Hello, my name is Gary Durst, and we live at 5319A Bahia Blanca West. I'm a candidate for the GRF board. When my wife of 51 years and I decided to move to a senior community, we were amazed at the variety of social and recreational opportunities that are available at Laguna Woods Village. I joined the Bocce and Social Club, the Garden Center Club, Kiwanis, and utilize the fitness centers and the wood shop. Everyone wants all of these opportunities to continue, if not improve, with minimal increases in maintenance fees. Trying to achieve these conflicting goals, as well as maintain a harmonious relationship with the mutuals boards, requires individuals with successful management experience, preferably in a variety of work environments, and excellent communication and negotiating skills. My work experience is almost evenly divided between public and private and union-free organizations. My last job was with Omnitrans, the public transit system for the San Bernardino Valley, both buses and paratransit. I served on the executive staff in various roles, working for the CEO/general manager. I also served as the agency's major project administrator, including the building of a $19 million in 90s money operations and maintenance building. I am used to and enjoy working collaboratively with other decision makers. Omnitrans is quite similar to VMS in structure and reports to a board composed of 15 city mayors and 5 county council members. That experience should aid me in relating to the VMS staff. Most of my private company experience was in manufacturing, ranging from steel mill to giant oil well drill bits to light electronics. However, my working career started in 5th grade with a 120 customer paper route in -20-degree South Dakota winters. Before college, I spent 3 years as an enlisted member of the Marine Corps. My service allowed me to take advantage of the GI Bill, which, with part-time jobs, got me out of college debt-free. I also worked briefly for the Penny Saver and spent 2 years in real estate. I have 18 years of union negotiating table experience. I recruited all levels of employees, from custodians to department heads. Also, I was responsible for workers' comp administration and chaired the accident review committee. Between my recruiting duties, workers' comp and accident review, I understood the organization as well as anyone. Since retiring, I have owner-built 2 new houses and done 4 major remodels, including 4 solar installations, including batteries. I sourced, hired, supervised, and coordinated the architects, engineers, and construction subcontractors. I also researched different building methods and materials, so I have a good understanding of what is possible when it comes to construction projects. If elected, in addition to regular duties, I would like to explore the possibility of installing solar in clubhouse parking lots and developing measurable goals and incentives for VMS and shifting some costs to the city. Thank you for your consideration.
Hello, my name is Allison Bach, and I'm running for the Golden Rain Foundation Board of Directors. The serious and challenging job of the GRF Board of Directors is to keep up the Laguna Woods Village reputation nationally and internationally for excellence in this 60-year-old age 55 plus community. Active community service is important to me. It always has been, and I became involved with the United Board of Directors as soon as it was possible to do so. In contribution to the GRF board, I can offer expertise as a fiduciary to manage money and resources for the greatest good. Success in turning contentious situations into teamwork. Open, frequent, and understandable communications to members, even when they're difficult. Rational decision-making and creative problem-solving based on the facts. Acceptance of the workload and a willingness to do it. Technology, time, and resident lifestyle choices beg for a refreshed interpretation and vision of what GRF provides. There's an annual inflow of about 5% per year of new residents through resales, through leases, through occupancies. And so a constant inflow of people is coming into this village. Are we keeping up? What attracts and satisfies members today? Pretty photos of an aspirational lifestyle aren't necessarily what people experience themselves every day. GRF controls enormous financial levers, collecting a $7,500 trust fee on every resale and about $35 million a year in revenues. Through assessments, this money, plus the reserves, must be spent wisely and equitably for the common good. As evidence of competency in management, please consider my history in Laguna Woods Village and other homeowners associations where I have served as president of United Mutual from 23 to 24 and as a director from 21 to 24. Through my committee participation in United Committees, Finance, Maintenance and Construction, ad hoc for investment policy, as an alternate for member hearings, and many other committees. For GRF, the Mobility and Vehicles Committee, ad hoc for space planning, broadband, and an alternate for others. I've also served as president and treasurer of homeowners associations, a large cooperative in New York City, Manhattan, and as at a waterfront condominium in Jacksonville, Florida, from 2001 to 2021. If elected, I promise to do my very best for the Golden Rain Foundation and for all the members. Thank you.
My name is Donald Hauptman. I'm 90 years old. I've been a resident of the Laguna Woods for 4.5 years now. By way of background, I've been in government most of my life. My career was over 40 years. When I retired, I was chief of the California State Department of Consumer Affairs Division of Investigation. We regulated most of the businesses and professions that require licensing or certification, including contractors and all the health professions and accountancy and so forth. And we investigated everything and gave us a lot of insight and a lot of involvement in the regulation of those businesses and professions. Additionally, I spent about 5 years with the governor's appointment as a deputy director of the Department of Health, and I was in charge of licensing and certifying all the health facilities in the state of California, hospitals, nursing homes, community care facilities, and the like. What I've learned over those years is, in addition to being an enforcement officer that had to investigate and regulate crimes, was that bureaucracies, government bureaucracies, are insidious. They invade everything. They grow exponentially, they suck up resources, and often they fail to deliver the full measure of their potential to help the people that they're supposed to serve. Here in Laguna Woods, it's pretty much the same kind of thing. Laguna Woods is a marvelous place to live in. It's really very well taken care of. It's run well for the most part, but it was it had benefited by the passage of the Davis-Sterling Act, which was passed to help the membership in community who were living in community where there was common housing for condos and co-ops. And sometimes the management of those associations became too unwieldy and imposed too many restrictions on the people who lived there. And so the Davis-Sterling Act was passed to rail that in. When it was passed, it did a pretty good job of curtailing some of the worst abuses. And over the years, it slipped back again, and then there was a revision of the Davis-Sterling Act. And then the same thing happened again. There was improvement, and then it starts to slip back. And the reason it slips back is the elected officials, as well-meaning as they are reluctant to exercise the required oversight to keep bureaucracies in check. And unchecked bureaucracies are insidious. They take charge, they intimidate the people who are supposed to have oversight over them, and they sometimes have a negative impact on the people they're supposed to be serving. That's no different than what goes on here in Consumer Woods, and it doesn't matter whether the issues are physical plant and maintenance issues and landscaping issues, or matters that involve personal functions like security or landscaping or maintenance. My interest is changing that somewhat. Mostly I'm not unhappy with what's going on, but I do feel that the Third Mutual and other associations need to have better oversight. And I think that's the experience that I've gained in my work at the state level. The first year that I was chief of investigations, I managed to reduce our budget by over 15%, merely by shrinking the span of control, doing away with the deputy chief's position, for example. And in the Department of Health, I was able to absorb new programs without increasing our budget, just by making the organization more efficient and more responsive. That's what I hope to do here. And some of the ways in which you do it is with complete transparency. A lot of what goes on now is done secretly, and it has a negative effect. Transparency develops confidence in the people who are being regulated, and secrecy is just the opposite. It's deadly. And for that reason, I think I can make a significant contribution. Thank you.
My name is Yvonne Horton. I'm running for the GRF board again because I still have something to offer. My GRF experience makes me uniquely qualified. Understanding the trust and the governing documents are paramount. As a trustee and a board member, I clearly understand my responsibilities. My goal is to keep our community relevant, using best practices to keep our facilities in good repair. My board experience mostly is in recreation. I have always tried to improve that experience for the residents. I also understand the importance of our clubs and listening to their input. Serving on the GRF board and overseeing a multi-million-dollar annual budget demands a business background. Besides my 30 years of management experience at Boeing, I own 2 businesses, and I was on the board of a mutual benefit not-for-profit corporation called Silver Bronze in Coto de Caza, also a gated community. I consider my 8 years on Silver Bronze training for GRF. My first assignment was to prioritize and categorize repairs. It took 7 years and millions of dollars to rejuvenate the facilities. Not unlike Laguna Woods Village, Coto has many of the same amenities, just on a smaller scale. What differentiates Laguna Woods Village from all other senior communities is shared cost. Without shared cost, we're just another housing development. I think that my extensive business experience meets the challenges of overseeing our clubhouses and our recreation facilities. I have been a chairperson for the Community Activities Committee, the Maintenance and Construction Committee, Landscaping. I also sat on the ad hoc committee for the Equestrian Center. I am an advocate for our community. I enjoy living here. I want to help preserve all of our amenities, and that's why I volunteer. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Bunny Carpenter, and I am honored to stand here before you as a candidate to the Golden Rain Foundation Board. Over the years, I have been deeply involved in enhancing our village, and I would be delighted to continue that service. I have dedicated 9.5 years to the Laguna Woods Village boards, including 5.5 years on Third Mutual and 4 years on the Golden Rain Foundation as president. During this time, I've gained valuable insights into our community's needs and the opportunities that lie ahead. I am particularly excited about the projects that are currently in the pipeline. I am currently an advisor on the Broadband Committee, which is evaluating the future of streaming in this community. I served on the ITech Committee and involved with the ERP, which is the Laguna Woods Village Operating System project. During my term on GRF, I was a lead participant in the effort to update the GRF bylaws, and I chaired the ad hoc committee to return the Equestrian Center back to its glory. While serving on Third Mutual Board, I was instrumental in developing standard terms and conditions for contracts and developing purchasing policy that is used by GRF, United, and Third. I also collaborated with purchasing the development of the internal purchasing manual. I've served on many committees: landscape, communications, M&C, compliance, and executive committees. Serving on the boards, I have developed leadership and interpersonal skills, gained knowledge of the Laguna Woods Village business structure, organization, and maintenance and money management. I am uniquely qualified to serve on the GRF board because of my business background, knowledge of policies, civil code, and legal contract skills. My experience, combined with my commitment to collaboration and community engagement, positions me well to participate on the GRF board. I look forward to the opportunity to serve once again and to work together to make our village an even better place to live. I ask for your support and your vote. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to serving you as a GRF board director.
Hello, my name is Martin Rosa, and I'm currently the first vice president of GRF, as well as chairman of the Broadband Ad Hoc Committee and ITAC Committee. My qualifications to be reelected on the board include a bachelor's degree in electronic engineering technology with advanced engineering certifications from George Washington University and the FCC. My engineering career applicable to the committees that I chair include design and installation of a fiber optic network that was featured in Lightwave magazine. I was the design authority on the nation's first all-digital radio control system, as well as a task group member writing the standards for digital radio public safety, where I ultimately designed and installed the nation's first positive train control backhaul network on Metrolink. I'm seeking re-election onto the GRF board because I have some unfinished business that I feel best qualified to handle. Next generation technology is affecting all the departments of VMS, servicing Laguna Woods Village. For the committees I chair, First Broadband, many are wondering, what are you guys doing? All I can say is at this time is that we've done our research and we're developing a strategy going forward that will deliver to our residents cost-effective, high value, and service. We are at a critical step in the process, so allowing me to wrap it up and roll it out is extremely important. For the other committee I chair, ITAC, we've met some successful milestones with Phase 1, and right now we're in the middle of rolling out Phase 2 for the new cloud-based Microsoft 365 ERP system utilized by VMS for their business software. I'm grateful for the relationships developed with other directors on GRF, VMS staff, and the mutuals, as we forge trust and synergy in forwarding our causes and sustaining and improve our quality of life in our special retirement resort. I've done a lot of travel in the last couple of years, and I keep saying to myself, why go anywhere else when I have this in Laguna Woods Village? From being a broadband advisor to chairman to GRF first vice president in a little over a year, I'm hoping I am bringing a positive vibe to the committees and mutuals that I serve. Yes, I serve because a good leader is one who can demonstrate how to serve. I've got more work to do, so please let me do it. I'm not agreed with all the results of the votes that our committees have performed, but I certainly do respect them. We all deserve that mutual respect, no pun intended, but it's important to exhibit it first. I deplore and I come against any back channel links designed to, as I heard from a candidate say, sway the other directors. We need trust in the work that the committees do and what they bring to the boards and how the directors vote on the resolutions. It's like when, for example, when they have like new business, I want to see more brainstorming on the committee level. There's not a bad idea out there. It just needs to be formulated to being a good idea. Don't just introduce problems, but also consider viable solutions. My motto has always been, the buck stops here. I like to roll up my sleeves and make things happen, knowing that it's not always what you know, but who you know. I respect the vote of the corporate members and can work with the various leadership entities across the mutuals and corporations to improve our community and enhance our values. So please, vote for me.
Hello, my name is Manohar Motwani. I came to USA in 1962 as a student, and I did my bachelor's and master's in engineering and MBA from Wayne State University in Detroit. After my graduation, I started my first job working on the air conditioning systems for buildings and plants at Austin Company. And later I moved to automotive industry in the newly emerging field of computer-aided engineering. I worked at Ford and General Motors as a technical manager until 2004. During 1967 to 2021, I served as a vice president and president of HOA in Troy, Michigan. Later, I joined the HOA in West Bloomfield, Michigan, as a member at large. We started annual cleanup of the wetlands because people were throwing all kinds of garbage in the trees and bushes. And we also started progressive dinners where we would go to different houses and have different foods and do socialization. I also served as 1 year as a treasurer for the Indian Temple in Troy, Michigan. And I used to do some volunteer work at Henry Ford Hospital. And currently I am on the board of India Club in the village. My wife and I moved to the village in 2022. We enjoy the wonderful amenities of the beautiful village, and like golf, swimming, pickleball, bridge, etc. And we also belong to various social clubs. The village is a vibrant community with very active senior community members and a lot of social clubs and entertainment, which was a big draw for us to move here. Unfortunately, with a large organization, you also have a lack of accountability. So the biggest difficulty I see is residents requesting some repair work or maintenance, and sometimes you have to ask for that 3 or 4 times. So, which has to be fixed. So if elected, I will strive to focus and work on improving communications between all 3 mutuals, the VMS board, and the residents. I will also use my previous experience of working in HOA environment to bring fiduciary responsibility, improve financial accountability, and much needed communications with my fellow members of the board and the residents. So with improved accountability, I'm sure our village will thrive and the life will be much better. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.